Well, if it isn't the most awkward halftime show announcement in Super Bowl history. Bad Bunny just got tapped to headline the 2026 Super Bowl, and before anyone could even finish celebrating, Trump advisor Corey Lewandowski decided to crash the party with a warning that ICE agents will be there. Yes, you heard that right. Immigration officers. At the Super Bowl. Because nothing says, America's biggest party, quite like turning a football game into an enforcement operation. Here's where it gets spicy. Bad Bunny, the Puerto Rican superstar who literally skipped his entire US tour this year because he was worried about ICE raids at his concerts, is now headlining the most American event on the planet. The irony is so thick you could spread it on toast. He specifically avoided performing in the continental United States because he didn't want his largely Latino fanbase to become targets at his shows. But the Super Bowl, apparently, that's a different story. Or maybe it's the boldest statement he could possibly make. So what exactly did Lewandowski say that has everyone's group chats blowing up? During an appearance on a right-wing podcast, he announced that ICE will have a presence at the Super Bowl and warned undocumented immigrants to stay away. His exact words were basically, "There is nowhere you can provide safe haven to people in this country illegally, not the Super Bowl and nowhere else." He promised agents would find, apprehend, and deport anyone without proper documentation. It's like he looked at a celebration of Latin culture on the world's biggest stage and said, "Let me make this as uncomfortable as possible." Now let's talk about Bad Bunny for a second, because this choice is already dividing the internet faster than pineapple on pizza. This is the same artist who's been vocal about immigrant rights, who celebrated Puerto Rican culture so loudly that 500,000 people showed up to his recent island residency, and who said this performance is, "for my people, my culture, and our history." The NFL knew exactly what they were doing when they picked him. This isn't just about music, it's about representation. It's about putting a Spanish-language artist who's unapologetically proud of his heritage on the biggest stage in American sports. But here's the thing that's getting lost in all the political noise. Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican citizen, which means he's an American citizen. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory. The man doesn't need a visa or a green card. He's performing at an event where tickets cost more than some people's monthly rent, surrounded by luxury boxes and corporate sponsors. The idea that ICE is going to be stationed there looking for undocumented immigrants is either a political stunt or the most tone-deaf enforcement strategy in recent memory. Probably both. The timing of all this is absolutely wild. Bad Bunny gets announced as the halftime performer, representing a massive milestone for Latin artists in mainstream American culture, and within days we've got Homeland Security advisors making threats about deportation. It's like watching someone try to rain on a parade, except the parade has 100 million viewers and the rain is actually just inflammatory rhetoric designed to stir up controversy. Social media is having a field day with this mess. Some people are praising Bad Bunny for taking the stage despite the intimidation tactics, calling it a power move. Others are questioning why he's performing in the US now after avoiding it all year. And then there's a whole other group pointing out that the Super Bowl crowd isn't exactly crawling with undocumented immigrants, considering the average ticket price could feed a family for months. What we're witnessing here is culture, politics, and sports colliding in the messiest way possible. Bad Bunny is about to perform for over 100 million people, representing his culture on a stage that's never given this kind of platform to a primarily Spanish-language artist. Meanwhile, political advisors are using that moment to send warnings and threats about immigration enforcement. It's uncomfortable, it's divisive, and it's absolutely going to be one of the most talked about halftime shows in Super Bowl history before a single note is even played. So here's where we're at. February 2026. Bad Bunny, the Super Bowl, and apparently, ICE agents. What could possibly go wrong? Make sure you're subscribed to Gossip Galaxy because we'll be covering every twist, turn, and controversy from now until kickoff. Drop a comment and tell us what you think about this whole situation. Is Bad Bunny making a bold statement, or is this just fuel for more division? Hit that like button if you're as confused as we are about how we got here. And stick around because trust me, this story is just getting started and we've got so much more tea to spill today.